Dragon masters1, Rise of the Earth Dragon, written by Tracy West. Chapter 1, To the Castle. Drake didn't see the king's soldier coming. He was busy digging in the onion patch. He pulled out a fat white onion. A worm crawled on it. Drake didn't mind the worm. He was a son of a farmer. His family had been growing onions in the kingdom of Raken forever. He would spend his life digging up onions, whether he wanted to or not. Drake picked up the worm. "Hello, little guy," he said. Then he put the worm back in the dirt. "Are you Drake?" a loud voice asked behind him. Drake jumped and turned around. One of the king's soldiers rode up on a black horse. He had a yellow beard. His shirt had a gold dragon sewn on it, the symbol of King Lowland the Bold. "Yes, I'm Drake," Drake said, his voice shaking. Soldiers never came to the field, not unless a farmer was in trouble. The soldier rode up to Drake. He reached down and pulled him up onto his horse. "Hey, what are you doing?" Drake yelled. The soldier didn't answer. Drake's mother ran out of their hut. "Wait, where are you taking my boy?" she yelled. "To King Lowland," the soldier said. Drake's heart jumped a little. He had always wanted to meet the king. "But he's only 8, his mother yelled. She marched up to the horse. "The king has chosen him," the soldier said. "Chosen me for what?" Drake wondered. He knew better than to ask the soldier questions. Peasants like Drake weren't allowed to speak unless spoken to. "The king will take good care of him," the soldier said. Then he spurred on the horse and sped off. "Drake, do as the king says," his mother called out. Drake had never been on a horse before. He held on tight. Drake's heart pumped fast as they raced through the village. They raced over the stone bridge. Finally, they stopped in front of King Lowland's castle. The soldier helped Drake climb down from the horse. He opened the castle door and gave Drake a shove. They passed paintings and statues and people in fancy clothes. The soldier stomped behind Drake as they walked through the horse. Drake wanted to look at everything, but the soldier gave him a push whenever he slowed down. Then they came to some stairs. They walked down. The soldier stopped at a door. "Where are we going?" Drake finally asked. "We are not going anywhere," the soldier said. "Good luck." Then he ran back up the stairs. "Hey, what do you mean?" Drake yelled. But he was all alone. Drake looked at the big stone door. He felt afraid. But more than that, he was curious. He pushed it open and saw a face of a giant red dragon. Drake blinked. He didn't believe his eyes. Then, whoosh! The dragon shot a huge fireball from his mouth. Chapter 2. The Dragonstone. Drake dove away from the door. The fireball just missed him. Vulcan, stand down, he heard someone yell. Drake stood up. A red-haired girl was standing in the doorway. No more fireballs, she yelled at the dragon. He had shiny red scales and a long, thick tail. 2 big wings grew out of his back. Dragons aren't well, thought Drake. But Drake could see the dragon, and he had felt the heat from the fireball. A tall man walked past the girl. He had a long white beard. He wore a pointy hat and a dark green robe. Welcome, Drake, the man said. I am Griffith, the king's wizard. Did he say wizard? Drake had so many questions. Is that a dragon? He asked. He's not just a dragon, said the girl. He's my dragon. Vulcan is the best dragon in the kingdom. Drake, big Rory, Griffith said. Rory, please take Vulcan away. Tell the others I will be there shortly. Others? Drake thought. The girl sighed. Fine, let's go, Vulcan. She led the dragon away. Then the wizard led Drake down a dark hole. Why am I here, sir? Drake asked. Griffith didn't answer. He stopped in front of a door. Griffith pointed at its big brass lock. Sparks flew from his finger. The lock opened. Drake's eyes grew wide. Wizard magic, he thought. He followed Griffith into a room piled high with strange things. He saw bottles filled with colorful waters and powders. Griffith picked up a wooden box. The box was carved with pictures of dragons. This is why you are here, he said, opening the box. Drake peeled inside. A green stone as big as his head glittered in the light. This dragon stone told me you have the heart of a dragon, said the wizard. He tapped Drake's chest. It did? Drake asked. His eyes got big. Yes, and those with the heart of a dragon become dragon masters for King Roland, Griffith said. Drake had heard stories about the magical dragonstone, but he had never believed they were real. Now all his questions came spilling out. How does the stone know I have the heart of a dragon? And how did you find me? And what's a dragon master? And why does King Roland want dragon masters? The stone is old and mysterious, Griffith said. Even I do not fully understand its magic. A dragon master is able to connect with dragons. As for the king, he is very fond of dragons. but he cannot control them. So Vulcan isn't the only dragon? Drake asked. The wizard grinned. No, he is not. He handed Drake a green stone on a gold chain. This is a piece of the dragonstone, he said. It will help you connect with your dragon. Drake's heart jumped. My dragon? I get a dragon? He thought. He slipped the stone into his pocket. Be careful, Drake, the wizard warned. Dragons are dangerous, and even the dragonstone can't protect you from their powers. What powers? Drake asked. The wizard led him away without another word. Chapter 3. More Dragons. Drake's mind was spinning as he left the wizard's workshop. He followed Griffith to a big underground room. There were no windows. Torches hung on the walls. Drake saw Rory and Vulcan. He also saw 2 more kids and 2 more dragons. Drake, this is Bo, Griffith said, pointing to a boy with black hair and his dragon shoe. Bo was patting his dragon's tail. This dragon had shiny blue scales, but no wings. Hi, Drake said. Nice to meet you, Drake, the boy said politely. Griffith led Drake over to a girl with long black hair. Her dragon had white scales. A yellow band of scales circled the dragon's neck. The tips of its wings were yellow too. This is Anna and her dragon Capri, Griffith said. Drake nodded. Hi, he said. We could use somebody new around here, Anna said with a grin. You have met the other dragon masters and their dragons. It is time for you to meet your dragon, Griffith said. Drake's heart pounded. My family will never believe this, he thought. Just this morning, I was digging onions. Now I have ridden a horse. I've met a wizard. I've seen a dragonstone, and I'm going to have my very own dragon. He and the other dragon masters followed Griffith down another dark hallway. The dragons sleep in caves when they're not training, Bo explained as they walked. Vulcan's cave is the biggest, bragged Rory. Griffith stopped in front of a small cave. Wood birds covered the cave. Drake, meet your dragon, the wizard said. Chapter 4. Worm. Drake peered inside the dark cave. A dragon sat inside. Well, this creature kind of looks like a dragon, Drake thought. The dragon had brown scales that weren't shiny. He had 2 tiny wings. He had big green eyes and little ears. And he didn't have legs. He looked just... Chapter 4. Worm. Drake peered inside the dark cave. a dragon sat inside. Well, this creature kind of looks like a dragon, Drake thought. The dragon had brown scales that aren't shiny. He had 2 tiny wings. He had big green eyes and little ears. And he didn't have legs. He looked like a big snake. The only dragon-like thing about him seemed to be his long snout. Drake stepped up to the wood birds. "Hi, dragon. I'm Drake." The dragon didn't move. "Put on the stone," Griffith said. Drake slipped the green stone around his neck. He felt a tingly feeling all over his body. Right away, the dragon lifted his head. He stared at Drake with his big green eyes. Drake felt a strange chill. Griffith stepped forward. "You must name your dragon," he said. Rory picked up. "Good luck naming him. He looks boring." "How about Noodlehead?" Anna asked with a giggle. Bo shook his head. "No, this dragon needs a good name." Drake looked carefully at the dragon. He looked at his long brown body. "Worm," he said. "His name is Worm." "That is a good name for an earth dragon," said Griffith, opening the gate. "Now, Drake, ask Worm to follow you." "Okay," Drake said. "Worm, please follow me." Worm crawled forward. "Good work," said the wizard. "Keep it up, Drake." "Come on," Drake said, starting to walk down the hallway. Worm crawled after him. "He really is like a big ugly worm," Rory said. "Rory, be nice," said Anna. Drake didn't say anything. Worm was like a big worm. "Where are we going?" he asked. "To the training room," Griffith replied. "Yeah," said Rory. "We'll see what you and your dragon are made of." Drake felt nervous. He touched his dragon stone. "How am I supposed to train a dragon?" he thought. "What if I fail? What if I'm not a dragon master after all?"